Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of KotlinBytes. In this episode, we're going to be talking about variables, types, and also nullability. So, let's jump right in. Let's start off by creating two types of variables. There's a variable called a val, which represents value. And I'll just make that equal to my name. There's another variable called a var, and a var is a variable. Let's say I'm 5. I'm not, but let's say we are, or I am. So what's the difference between a val and a var? Well, a val is an immutable variable, whereas a var is a mutable variable. For those that don't know what that means that I can change the value of age. However, I cannot change the value of name. For example, if I attempt to set name equal to something else, I will receive an error, and it says val cannot be reassigned. Makes sense. Now age, if I reassign this, it allows me to do it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Alrighty, okay, so that is vars and vals. I can also define types. To define a type in Kotlin, we use the colon. So a number can either be an int, it can be a short, which is just a smaller footprint of an int. You'll also have, of course, a long. You then, of course, have a float and a double. For float and double, you can't just simply assign them to it. If this whole number, you must add either the point .0 or for the float. By the way, point .0 means 0.0. For the float, you can't do the 0.0. You have to add the f at the end, which is the shorthand, literal version of the float. If you don't add a type here, the default type is going to be whatever value you have on the right-hand side. This is different from Java, because in Java, you must always define the type. In Kotlin, it's optional, unless you want to enforce a specific type. In a situation where you might want to enforce a type is when a variable might be nullable. Nullable means that that particular variable, let's take age, has the ability to become null. So in our example here, if we try to make age null, we'll actually see we get an error. And that's because right now, age is defined to be non-nullable or non-null. And so if we do want this to be nullable, at the end of the type, we can add a question mark. So what this is saying is that age is either a float or it's nothing at all. And so that's what the question mark means. And in this situation, once we add the question mark, age can be assigned to either a null or it can be assigned to some other type of float, just like this. Okay, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'll answer them either down there or in a separate video. Have a great day.